Okay, yeah. If I let this technique go, wipe your spot off the GPS. Who the fuck gon' see me next? Ain't no soul could beat me yet. Top tier, even fast, scared of my DPS. Man, fuck bleeding, you just fucking stop breathing.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? My name is Skullroy, and here today I'm coming back with another video. And today's video is an updated tier list made by GamePress. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below your thoughts on the tier list. So yeah, let's get it started. But before anything, shout out to Raditz, because Raditz is usually the one who updated the tier list and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna leave his Twitter down the link below. So yeah, as you guys see here, this is tier Z. So they usually do it by tier Z, S tier, then tier 1, tier 2, and etc, etc. So yeah, tier Z, as you see, they took off Zenkai 7 Android 18 and they put the Super Saiyan Future Gohan. So yeah, and as you see here, the Dragon Ball 6-star symbol, that's the star count for the regular LFs. That's a non-Zenkai. So yeah. Oh, and here's the important notes that Raditz left for this tier list. So yeah, 1% banner fighters, EX fighters 7-star, Zenkai fighters that included master packs like Super Saiyan Bardock, stuff like that, 14-star. The rest 9-star, free to play fighters and free to play Zenkai's 14 stars, and then Zenkai LF that's 7-star. So yeah, back to this. No change between LF Gohan, LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and the Revival Gohan. They're all been tier Z. This Super Saiyan 2 LF Gohan, the red one, he's been ever since he's been Zenkai, he's been a Z tier unit, arguably between number 1, number 2, and number 3, depending on the meta currently that's been running. So like Android 18 could be the best unit in the game. I love Super Saiyan 3 Goku could be the best unit in the game, or the Gohan. But at least at his worst, he's number 3, and at his best, he's number 1. And clearly in this meta, he's number 1 because Hybrids is running rampant throughout PvP. You could be even a lower tier in terms of rank-wise PvP. You still see Hybrids running it. So, but me, who was beats, like, I'm a player who ranks between top 2,000 and top 800, depending on if I feel like grinding the seasons. But yeah, that's all I see pretty much. Hybrid Saiyan. So. But Future Gohan, this is interesting because it kicked off 18. I'm assuming she's in tier S, right? Yeah, she's the first one. So yeah, makes sense because, like I stated about Hybrids, my little rant, Hybrids is running the meta, so it makes sense that Future Gohan will be in Z tier. He is literally, he does a lot of things. He has the Vado effect when he cover changes, where he destroyed 2 of your opponent's cards. And he also has a special cover change if your opponent uses a blast card. It just ends the combo right there. So pretty good. He comes in with card draw speed. He has Type Null, green card, pretty good. Ult does a ton of damage. So yeah. So I have no complaints right there. I think the Z tier is fine. I mean, you could always add Android 18. I always add Android 18 in the tier list. I always add in my Z tier list. If I were to make a full Sparking tier list, I usually have, in terms of Z tier, Android 18 and the Bardock. Because I think those 5 units are extremely powerful, especially Bardock, because Bardock is literally Super Saiyans. Without Bardock, there's no Super Saiyans. So that's why I usually have Bardock in the Z tier, because whatever Super Saiyan, he is so meta defining in terms of like how they make units, because whatever Super Saiyan that they come out, they have to make him pretty much like, they have to neuter a newer Super Saiyan character because of Bardock. So yeah, like I stated in Z tier, no change. I have no complaints there. I understand why Android 18 is the first unit in S tier, dominant unit. At her best, she's the best character in the game at her best, and at her worst, she's probably like I stated in my personal tier list, a top 5 character. She's probably number 4, like I stated, but I understand also that she's placed as the first character in S tier. Fat Boo, Zenkai 7. the most well-aged unit in the game. Ever since he's been Zenkai, he has at least at his worst stuck in S tier. Fat Boo, he does literally a lot of things for regen. Heals, one of the best tankers for regen. He has a ton buffs. He does more damage to Saiyans. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, that's Fat Boo. Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So good unit. With him, he's you get him for free. Obviously, you can Zenkai 7 for free. Obviously, very good unit as well. Like I stated before, a lot of very supportive capabilities with his first Zenkai unique, where he gives ki and he gives 10% to allied god ki. So pretty good. Main ability, he gains another vanish. Ult, pretty good damage. Green card, pretty good green card where he heals and gains ki and inflicted damage. Pretty good. At the start of the game, he's pretty good at tanking, and then he switches over into a more offensive oriented unit when 135 timer counts has been elapsed. So yeah. Bardock, I already talked about him. I think he should be Z tier because of how he's literally Super Saiyan, but I'm also fine with this. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, it's interesting because I feel like there's some units that I feel like they are a little bit better, but I understand why he's in here, only because of the release of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, GT, and Majub. So Majub is a really, really powerful unit for GT and a much needed unit as well because of his endurance, his level 2 card draw speed, which is pretty insane, his degenerate green card, his ult damage that does pretty decently, he has decent blast damage, but he also has support capabilities as well. Same thing with this Goku. Goku is pretty much like, who should I compare him? It's like a standard support unit for GT. So pretty good. Bojack. Bojack is extremely good on not only the powerful opponent team, but also Saga for the movies, because since that Revival Gohan banner, Sagas for the movies has shot up into at worst a top 10 team in the game. At worst, I'll probably rank him at top 6, top 7, but I will have to like break it down on what teams I feel like are pretty much the best other than Hybrid Saiyans and Murder Saiyan, because those two are automatically number 1 and 2. But like I stated, Bojack is pretty good. Automatically when he pops main, you just make your vanish gauge to 0 and just hit you with the awakening. Pretty good. Awakening damage literally leaves you, depending on how Bojack's star count is, it could leave you between 20% health remaining to 1. So Bojack really, really good. Kid Buu. Kid Buu at this right here. So in my opinion, with Kid Buu, I think Zamasu is a little bit, like a tad bit better, but I could, if you were to make an argument on Kid Buu is better than Zamasu, I'm not gonna go against it, you know, because Kid Buu is literally one of the best LF characters in the game. Like he in this tier list, he's ranked as the second best non-Zenkai LF in the game, and hey, rightfully so. Kid Buu is just a monster, dude. Green restores vanishing gauge. He seals strike cards with his main. He cancels attribute upgrades and buffs when he pops main. Ult does extreme amount of damage. Blast card, extreme amount of damage. What can I say? This guy is pretty good. Gokua. So here's the spicy part, because Gokua, you would think like he might be a little bit lower, but because how the meta is right now with Hybrid Saiyans running rampant, with Revival Gohan, literally you see him in not only in hybrids, obviously, but also in Sun Family and also in movies. So he kind of counters a little bit to Revival Gohan, but he definitely counters Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the LF one, the best unit in the game, you know, right here. So he just pretty much locks him down. He does a couple of cards, a strike, and then a blue, and you pretty much could 1 to 2 combo the LF Gohan. So I understand why he's here at this placement, because of how Hybrids is running rampant right now. But yeah, I mean, I could see you if you give me an argument of other characters being better than Goku, which I totally agree. Like Super Gogeta, I think Super 17 is better than him. I think DKP, even the LF Piccolo, he's better than him. Hell, give me Murasamasu and Gogeta Blue. So I think they're better than him. But there's a reason why he's here, because even without facing Hyper Saiyans, he's still a really good unit because of his high stats and when he's transformed, and then he just resets his hand, just like DKP. He gains a new hand just like DKP when he transforms. So not as extreme powerful as DKP, but close enough. So yeah, that's Goku right there. Super Saiyan 2 Trunks and Super Saiyan Gohan. So it's interesting how they rank them because they're pretty much neck and neck. Like, I'll probably prefer Trunks slightly better, but don't sleep on this Super Saiyan Gohan, dude. Like, this Super Saiyan Gohan, like, I faced him in PvP a couple of times, and he tanked against Murasamasu really well. My Murasamasu is 7-star, and that Gohan is, when I faced him 9-star, faced him 14-star, faced him 12-star. So, yeah, depending on, when you cover, because he even covers even more when you have one other ally alive, when it's him and one other ally. Now if all your allies is alive, then he only cuts for 40, but because of his high defensive stats, because I believe he has between 189 to 192 defense for both stats, so he tanks you extremely well, and then he does decent damage as well, but his overall his strength is pretty much tanking extreme amount of pretty well, and also as well as synergizing with the new LF Goten and the Revival Gohan, and also pretty much any of the premium high tier hybrid units. So yeah, and the same thing with the Trunks. So it's pretty much in Hybrid Saiyan you can choose between either one. Maybe Gohan is a little bit more better for the team because how he synergizes, but hey, you could choose either one. If you're a hybrids player, you have options. So, Super Gogeta goes hand in hand with Bardock as his pretty much right hand man. For fusions, pretty good as well, the best red in fusion. He's pretty much the best red for any of his prominent teams. So Saiyans, he's pretty much the best red, and like you could argue between him and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I mean, not Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, let's just say. And Ultra Goku, but Ultra Goku is definitely worse than both Super Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So yeah, that's Gogeta right there. He's just amazing. So Piccolo and DKP, they pretty much go hand in hand. You choose the option. What do you prefer? You can also run both if you want to, as I've seen some of the region players be doing. Just pretty much Zenkai boost either one of them, whoever they bring to battle. So DKP, pretty much one of the best Rising Rush farmers in the game, and then LF Piccolo, pretty much one of the better tanks in the game. His blue card deals extreme amount of damage, and DKP, his strike damage is pretty much extremely good as well. And also both of them have really good green cards. DKP, card draw speed, and Piccolo, like I stated, high damage blue card. He restores his vanish when he transforms. So good there. Super 17, annoying. That's what that's all I can say. Pretty annoying. So gains a lot of green cards. Tanks really well. Pretty much a guaranteed paralysis with his ultimate, depending on who you face. But if it's like you're facing a Gaki, they get out of cancel your paralysis or have units who are immune, depending on if they cover change correctly. But Super 17 extremely good. Best green for not only androids but also for GT. So yeah, Angry Goku, Namek Goku, Chiku, however you want to call him, extremely good. Very skill dependent. If he's, let's just say, if at the right hands, he could pretty much shoot up a little bit, up to maybe passing Bojack, maybe passing Super Saiyan 4. Goku, at his worst, he's probably like around tier 1, because even if you're not good with this Angry Namek Goku, because of his last man standing abilities. Like, you don't really need to land his blue card. Obviously, if you land his blue card, it works out even better. But you don't really need to land his blue card as a last man standing unit, because he does really good damage as a last man standing unit, and he's a decent tanker early on when he comes in. So that's Angry Goku right there. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, pretty decent. And so far with this list, so far I'm agreeing with most of the selection. Obviously, I will move up or down depending on the unit. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku, decent. No, not decent, very good. Prominent guy, prominent unit for Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan, prominent unit for Saiyans. So yeah, and then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, it's best red unit for GT, obviously. Best red unit in Vegeta family, and depending on who you want between Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Gogeta, all depends on your take. So yeah, and then DKP there, and then like I stated, Murasame Gogeta Blue. I probably have Murasame a little bit higher. I think he's better than DKP. I think he's better than these two, in my opinion, the two Piccolos, but that's just me being a little bit more biased. And I think he's a little bit better than Kid Buu. Like I said, you could argue me and sway me who is better between Kid Buu and Murasame. I just prefer Murasame a little bit more. But hey, that's on you. Oh, so this is where they rank. Oh, okay. I didn't even know this Majub either. Okay. You could argue that Kid Goten should be an S tier. Same thing with this. I'm surprised that they have Vegeta and Vados in tier 1, because I think they're core for their main teams. And yeah, and that's another thing. If I was, in my opinion, I feel like Vados and Vegeta and even Goten should be in S tier. Maybe at the lower end. I feel like Vados might be. You could argue she's better than DKP because of what she does for the team. Same thing with Vegeta. Better than DKP. I think I'm not gonna say she's better than Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but depending on if we have an argument, sure, maybe. So Majub, let me see the explanation for Majub real quick. Okay, he has annoying AOE extra green card, endurance, strike lock, short, damage card low. Okay, that's what I said. Yep. Majub is a much welcome addition to GT, and especially Fusion Warrior. He do a little bit of everything for both teams. His green card is especially powerful, not only due to being an AoE, but also because it draws him a card. Fusion Warrior especially need a support element and team heal aspect of his toolkit. On GT, he pairs excellent with Super 17, of course, as well as his banner mate Super Saiyan 3 Blue Goku. GT, Super 17 draws both of these units those green cards they desire, while also being a brick wall of a tank himself, and also providing some scary damage late game. True. Majub is a much needed for GT. It kind of boosted GT really well as well because of anniversary not treating them right? So yeah, that's unfortunate for GT, but Majub is an extreme welcome addition for GT. So I think Majub should stay in tier 1, but I think more higher if, like I stated, Goten. I think Majub would probably be the best unit. It's between Majub, Revival Goku, and 17. Those three, I'll rate these three characters very, very well, especially. So, like I said, I'll move up Vegeta, Vados, and Goten. Put Majub, 17, and Revival Goku in that top of tier 1. If it was me biased, I'd probably put Revival Goku ahead of Majub. But if non-biased, I think Majub is better than Revival Goku. And don't sleep on the 17. 17 is so freaking good, dude. Oh, okay. So they also put. Let's see the explanation for both Zenkai Piccolo and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So let's see this explanation real quick. His green card provides sub-count reduction, true, and his double card draw speed can accelerate Rising Rush quickly. Very, very true, because he is also, so anybody who has level 2 card draw speed, they are pretty much one of the better Rising Rush farmers in the game. His stats is quite low, and he requires many stars, pretty much. So, despite these issues, he's arguably the best blue on GT. I agree, because excuse me. So I agree with that, because if you have if you have Ice like 14 stars, you only have this Goku on 7. I'm still gonna bring this Goku only because of what he provides for the team, which is Rising Rush farming. And Rising Rush farming is extremely prevalent, because for you to pretty much end the game pretty quickly. So if you farm, let's say, you farm all your Rising Rush with this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you could always switch out to the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta or another high damage caliber unit on GT, and you could easily just kill a unit right there. So yeah. Despite these issues, he's arguably, yep, I read that. Cell Family has better options in the blue slot, but he does have some incentive due to cell count reduction, which pairs nicely with the Super Saiyan, the Revival Gohan, pretty much. So, rightfully so, I agree with that. Now let's see Kami Piccolo real quick. Excellent damage dealer, blast damage dealer, still value 6-star capable on court. Yes, I agree. Kamikolo is pretty scary damage dealer with color disadvantage nullification on his main ability, but ultimately was not needed on region. He has an argument over Kibu at certain stars and possibly certain teams due to his color null and anti-Androslash future capabilities, but in most instances, Kibu will be superior, which I agree. But also, what I see also with region players, the same thing with DKP with El Piccolo, the same thing with Kamikolo and Kibu, where Kamikolo is Zenkai boosting the Kibu, and Kibu is becoming stronger. So, yeah, there you go. So, let's scroll down a little bit more. Okay, I think hit is better than Revival Cell, but I understand why he's a tiny bit ahead because of his Revival mechanic. There's no there's no way to nullify the Revival mechanic. So, yeah. UI Goku, in my opinion, he is better than this Gogeta. I think he's better than him. I think he's better than Revival Cell. I think he's better than Topo. I think he's better than Trunks. I think he's better than Broly. I think he's better than Gohan. I think he's better than Goku Black. I think he's better than. So he will be number 4 in my slot, because I also think he's better than Gogeta, in my opinion. I think he's also better than Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, the anniversary. I think he's better than. I think he's slightly better than the Frieza, and that's just me because of how my playstyle is. Because I just love this UI Goku. UI Goku is just phenomenal unit. I think he is the most well-rounded. He has the most well-rounded kit, in my opinion. But that's just me, though. You don't have to listen about me raving about UI Goku. Alright, so Cooler. Yep, I understand, because Full Power Frieza came out a few weeks ago. So, yeah, that's cool. Captain Ginyu EX. Yo, this Captain Ginyu is that dude is a monster, dude. And when he hits you, like, he has like the same thing where Bojack with his awakening cards, where he could deal a ton of damage with his awakening cards. So good right there. Okay. Rose. I think he's better than Turles. I think he's better than Melacooler. I think he's better than Mogamo. I think he is. You could argue between Vegito Blue and Goku Black. So it all depends on your. I'll probably prefer Vegito Blue better, but don't sleep on this Goku Black. This Goku Black is pretty good. And Champa, Broly, okay. Now let's go down. Yeah. The dragons are whatever. So yeah. Overall with this tier list, pretty spicy, right? So I think there's a couple of hot takes, like definitely Vegeta and Vibes. They should be moved up way more. Let's see. What's another hot take that's in this list? Trunks is better than Topo hit. Yeah, nah. But hey, that's pretty much me. So this is pretty much like a general outline of how maybe certain the communities could. This is like a template pretty much. So use tier list as a template on what you the best teams / the better units in the game. And another thing is use the tier list as well as your decision making on how you want to use your teams and what kind of teams you want to make. So if your favorite character is Gohan, then go for the Hybrid Saiyan team. Favorite character is Goku, go for a Saiyan or / some family team. Your favorite form is Super Saiyan, then go for the Super Saiyan tier with Bardock in them. Your favorite character is Kibble, go for Regen and Fat Majin Buu and stuff like that. Your favorite, forms is Gaki, like go with Gaki. Like I just like, for example, one of my favorite transformations is Super Saiyan Blue, so that's why I went for Gaki. So use the tier list as a template, and yeah. Other than that, my name is Gorilla. Let me down in the comments. Let me know what you think, and I am out. Peace.